Howdy, folks. My name is Richie, a.k.a. Bog Otter, and I am here with Liz and Ruby, my ex-colleagues.
Yeah.
And we are here at ArenaNet talking about all things Heart of Thorns. So thank you guys for spending time with me.
We're so happy to have people out here.
Yes, yes, it's been super fun. So what are your titles here at ArenaNet?
Content marketing manager.
Associate Global Brand Manager. Yeah.
Ooh, 4
Got
words.
all the words
She
in
gets
there.
more words. That was good.
Is more words better?
No, it's kind of...
It's just,
Different.
Yeah.
we
It's a
like to
little-
say more words
they
are
have
better
more
just because we
letters
like
in
her.
them, which is really the social status
This
thing.
is the thing, yeah. If it takes more ink,
Yeah.
then
There you go.
you're
My
golden.
business card is just one long stripe.
She actually has bigger business cards.
So that's all it gets
3
you.
by 5.
It's a scroll.
So
So this is what you're getting. You're welcome.
I'll be over here. So Ruby, you are the hostess with the mostest of Points of Interest.
Can we not have that on the thing?
No,
when
that's
we go-
It's gonna be
you'll
for
get
me
a
lower
bigger
third.
you'll get a bigger
Oh,
business card.
I'll get a bigger scroll. Woohoo! I win.
So let me know like what goes into making an episode of that besides, because I'm assuming it's a lot more than just turn on the camera and you're there.
Wow, no, I just like prance in and smile pretty and it's all done for, wait, no, that's not right at all. So we had talked earlier about how Liz kind of gets us all organized and we will kind of go into that earlier. But we have, the whole marketing beats lined up and we know what we're going to talk about ahead of time. So it's between 20 and 30 hours per episode of talking about exactly what we're going to speak about. Working with the devs, working with Liz, working with Lizzie Stewart in PR, and just kind of planning that out, working with you and working with Aurora Peachy on what we're going to talk about before and afterwards, and your awesome lead-in. So
you.
planning out the fan projects, working with Hugh for PvP 101 to try to bring those PvE players in who, like me, are looking at PvP going, I really want to do that, but I don't know where to start. So it's just, there's a lot that goes in there. And there are, James Ackley, our audio director, Ben Coelho over in Cinematics helping with lighting and audio, and there are 6 or 7 people throughout the studio that I work with to make sure everything comes off really well.
So a lot of work that goes into that. Yeah.
That was a very long answer, and
No, it was
it's kind
good.
of the condensed version.
Well, it's good because I don't know if a lot of people that watch realize how much goes into that. So
If it looks like I'm doing it and it's super easy, then that tells me I'm doing it right.
that's good.
Yeah, ultimately you don't want it to look like it was a lot of work.
Yes.
So what do you have a lot to do with Points of Interest on the front end?
Not really. So, like Ruby was saying, we on the brand team are kind of more of the strategic side of things in terms of figuring out, what gets said when. Is it weird that we're announcing this right before PAX? Do we need to make sure that all this stuff that's in the demo has been announced? So we're kind of the more high level of like this is the general thing, and we kind of let other people drill down into the details.
And your role has evolved a bunch since you've been here. What are the different things that you've done?
Okay, so I started as a contract position as a writer on the marketing team, and that contract kind of extended itself a couple times, and then I turned into an intern, which was a longer term commitment, still writing on the marketing team, and then our then current screenshot artist left, and they were looking for a way to make me full time, and they were like, hey, there's if you can do some of the writing,
Guess
some
what?
of the screenshots, and it kind of worked out really well because since I work with, for example, release highlight pages, I'm writing all the text for them. I'm like, hey, it'd be really great if we had a screenshot of someone like doing this, and instead of writing to the then current
I
screenshot
think that's
artist,
actually a
being
thing that happened.
I want you to do someone like this, and kind of explaining that, I just hop in game and take it myself. So I was a screenshot artist for a while, and then most recently this role.
As a screenshot artist, do you have first-person camera?
No,
Really walked into that.
As a screenshot artist, I did not rely at all on the limitations in normal camera. I hate to admit it, but there are dev hacks that I completely relied on. So I was first person
Cheated.
doesn't even enter into it.
You totally cheated.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
All right, so I know you guys are big fans of the game, big players of the game before you even
Very big
started
player of
working
the game
here. So
myself.
what is your favorite moment of Living World Season 2?
Oh my gosh, really?
Really?
Just one.
One moment. One thing.
I really, really loved the maze. And the story instance particularly in there more than the awful, horrendous chase that goes on.
Oh, come on, it's fun!
Pac-Man.
So my personal worst horror trope is something that cannot be outrun. And so that maze, like, all you have to do is tell me, like, this, unending horror is chasing you. I'm like, okay, Marjorie, we need to go, like, right now. Okay, I see a ping over there, so we're gonna run over there. And oh God, thank goodness there's light. Casimir's providing light. Okay, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get rocks. And like, I completely bought into it, despite having seen it before in playthroughs and playables and stuff. I was completely bought into, like, this is an awful, hideous, terrible thing that we are in, and we have to survive it.
Nice.
So that was really fun for me.
Oh man, Scarlett's diary in her house in Dry Top when we were going around and we were watching the progression.
Yeah.
And if you're watching the text that goes along with the voiced part, when it stops saying Ciara and the moment when her mind
to
broke
Scarlett,
and
yeah.
it starts saying Scarlett, you can hear the change in her tone of voice. And Taimi says, "Oh, Scarlett, what happened to you?" And it just, I don't know, it just hit me, yeah. And there's another one that I'm going to tell on you because it hit us both really, really hard. It's not bad. It's okay. Don't be scared. There was a piece of fan art that a lot of people... That's all I had to say.
And my God,
We were
really
both
good.
sitting at our desks
That was
weeping.
technically kind of season 1, wasn't it?
It was still season 1.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
asked about season 2.
Well, this is a good moment.
Yeah, this is going
saying.
back
Okay.
because
Yes,
we're,
so
yeah,
what was
we're
the
kind
fan
of,
art?
this
The
was
bridge.
the very, very big long going back thing. There was a piece of fan art after Scarlett died at the end of season 1, which is kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just kind of didn't catch it. It was Scarlett's body and, the super creepy.
Yeah.
And the pale tree, I'm sorry, I know, I'm doing it too. The pale tree was hovering over her body and she was saying, "Welcome home, Ciara." And I sent it to her. I IM'd it to her, and we were facing
I'm, like,
each other at
in
our
the
desks.
office, just like tears slowly.
And we're both just sobbing
Wow.
at our desk, and we're like facing each other, and the people around us are going, and we're like, "You just wouldn't understand. You just have a lot of feelings." Yeah.
Show that on Points of Interest. That'd be cool.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I've
Because
seen
what we
enough
need
of
is Ruby
that.
crying on points of
Yes,
interest.
I would make you come in, and because nobody else would sob with
Yeah.
me.
Just go.
Yep. So that was, it was technically season 1, but bringing us into season
Yeah.
2, that was my,
That was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
So thank you to the fan who made that.
that was really, really heartbreaking. Thanks for that.
Thanks.
Thanks for making everybody in the office look at us strange for a good 15 minutes.
The puffy face, that was you, friend.
Yeah, it was attractive. I'm not a pretty crier.
So a lot of people talk about what kind of features are going to go into the expansion, and a lot of the speculation was that you guys would put in a new race. And that's not going to happen for Heart of Thorns, but if you could put any race and make it playable, which would you choose?
Scrit.
Yeah, I have to
Totally
say, like, I
Skrit.
really like the idea of, like,
You
the
ran
player
from Skrit.
character being 4 playable Skrit, who just kind of have to work together and, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
If it's a party of 5 Skrit, is it really the effectiveness of one person?
Yeah,
then?
yeah, exactly.
Yes, one human character. Or
So to
if
do
you
a
get like
dungeon, you need
20, it's in a
15.
right. Yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I dream of a magical game development world where that tech is possible.
That would
Yeah.
be cool. That's your version of raiding, right?
Yeah.
You get 15 people together to play 5 characters.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if not Skrit, I would really like to see more on the Largos. So
Nice.
They're so cool.
that'd be really rad.
Yeah.
I'd
The
like
character
to be
creator for the Largos would be like insane.
all the
Oh
wings
my
you
gosh.
could choose.
Oh man.
That would be cool. Okay, so when you guys have a big release day, like when you're going to reveal the Sylvari or actually minions of Mordremoth, something like that, that you've just been working on for a long time, when that actually gets released, how do you guys personally experience the player's reaction? Is it through watching live streams, forum posts, being in game? Like, how do you guys get that
Yes.
experience?
Yes.
Yes is your answer.
Do you have a ritual that you go through, like on the release day?
Waffles.
Waffles are an important part of the ritual.
They are.
No, but I mean, we all try to be in the game on release day. Anyone who isn't like actively working on making sure the release gets out the doors is trying to be in there and kind of see fan reaction. And I know a lot of people like to tag up and just kind of stand somewhere near where you know stuff's going to happen, so that
So you can kind of hear.
keep an eye out on it. But yeah, I mean, of course, Ruby has everything up, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, my experience is actually a little bit different because I'm kind of the first alert. Because if something's going wrong with the build,
Right.
where are people going to go first? They're going to start tweeting and that's where they're going to let us know. So I will log into game, and then I'll like be over on this other monitor trying to keep an eye on all the really happy people. And if anything is going wrong, it's over here on my other monitor where I need to be watching. So that's usually like the first 4 or 5 hours where I'm making sure everything's all good.
Now with the waffles, are you afraid that
But the important stuff.
Yeah, we got to talk about waffles. If somebody takes a picture of you with the waffles on a release day and something's going wrong, they're seeing you with the waffles and you're not back there fixing
Well,
it.
I'm probably not going to tweet like a picture of myself at that point, like eating a big waffle.
But that's actually a thing that happens is people go, oh my gosh, how can you have waffles
Right.
when there's a bug?
Right.
And you're like, well,
a
those
thing
are
that
not
has been said.
actually like those can't exist in the same world. Waffles and
You shut
game
up.
bugs. I hate to be the voice of reason
But
there.
aren't you guys the ones that fix it? You
Yeah,
guys are the
completely.
faces.
You want me squashing bugs? Let me tell you.
I have almost gotten people to stop saying that, like stop messing around on
By
Facebook
threatening
and
to
go
actually
fix the
do it?
game. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly. I was like, are you sure? Do you want to consider this request? Because I'll go start pushing buttons, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
Right. It's not going to work.
Shove
Yeah.
one of the designers out of their chair and be like, all right.
I've been told
We're
to
doing
fix.
this.
I've been told to fix this thing. I'm gonna need you to go downstairs and tweet.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So as folks who have played Guild Wars 2 before you started working here, what's been the biggest change on how that's affected your play style now that you work here?
Oh wow.
So for me, especially coming from being the screenshot artist, I definitely have a lot more kind of flamboyant outfits, a lot more expensive outfits, and I'm much more willing to just kind of pay the transmutation charge cost to have them geared up from the moment that they are rolled, which I didn't used to do. I used to be a lot economical, and now I'm like, it's just they look so much better. And like I said, especially as a screenshot artist, because you put out a dozen screenshots a week, and every now and then you go, I really like that one.
like
That one. I
that.
could play that for the next 800 hours. Like that sounds reasonable. And so I've definitely been rolling a lot of characters based on kind of dev.
You play dress up a lot and,
Yeah.
and then you get ideas.
Yeah, it's
true.
dangerous.
But you look fabulous. So yeah.
And my characters do too, huh?
Nice,
Oh, you're like joke eel, huh? Huh?
What about you?
I have found this is kind of embarrassing. I have found that I spend a lot more in the game, like real world money. I went recently to see how much I've spent lifetime, and it's kind of a lot.
No employee discounts on gems.
No, and actually that's the thing when people find out that I work there, he's like, "Oh man, can I get you free gem? Can you get me free gems?" And I'm like, "If I have to buy them, you have to buy them."
Yeah.
But I mean, I like mini pets, and I like outfits, and I like a lot of things. And it turns out we sell those things in the gem store, and
And you need them. You need all the things.
Yep.
and then I kind of lose track of the definitions of need and want, and just decide that it's food and water.
One more question for you guys.
All right.
Name one thing about the expansion that you're not allowed to tell me.
The release date.
Well played. Well played. Well, thank you very much for doing this interview with me. I had a lot of fun. And
I
I hope
just smiled.
yeah. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.